What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC, and today I'm checking out the Kizer Assassin, and this is a knife I got from a recent Going Gear subscription box, but you can pick one up for $69 in this configuration with the green micarta. They have a couple other configurations available, different handle materials. I don't know the pricing on those ones, but assuming they're in a pretty similar ballpark. But again, I got the green micarta version, which is probably my only downside to this knife. This is almost probably a perfect example of a budget button lock. The downside being that the micarta discolors pretty quickly. I haven't carried this that much. You can see the show sides a little bit off colored, especially around the pivot area, and just kind of some random darker spots, which definitely wouldn't bother me. But if you flip to the non-show side, you can see it's pretty off colored already and just super discolored along the back of the knife. And so, again, not really the end of the world, but I haven't put it through enough to be that off-colored so quickly. And I usually don't mind some wear and tear. I like the patina and the age look that it gets. In this case, it just looks a little bit dirty, and so don't love that. Like I said, I haven't spilled anything on this. I've carried it during a move, so there's probably oils from my hand and sweat and stuff like that, but nothing significant to cause this much discoloration this quickly. But overall, a pretty minor complaint on an otherwise really good knife. And so it is a flipper tab button lock. Action on it is buttery smooth. The deten's just about perfect and no button stick whatsoever, or lock stick. And you can see it just kind of drops shut. It is on bearings, so that contributes to that silky smooth action. And the only really downside is that it's so smooth that it kind of bounces back open. So if you miss time, you're unpress or releasing the pressure on the button lock, it's going to get stuck open. You can just push it again to finish it, but eventually you get the timing down and it's not such a big deal, and even if not, you can kind of get used to it. But it has a 154 cm drop point style blade, really good looking blade. I think it fits the handle shape really nicely and just is aesthetically pleasing. It's about 3.1 inches long with a 3-inch cutting surface. And again, you get the flipper tab there, makes a nice kind of finger guard, keeps you from sliding up on it, and has a really comfortable grip. It's a 4.15 inch handle, bringing the overall length to 7.25 inches, and I'm able to get a full 4-finger grip with no hot spots whatsoever. It does have a deep carry pocket clip, which is reversible, so left or right hand carry, and it's pretty deep carry, only, a millimeter or so sticking out, so that's really nice. And again, it doesn't create a hot spot, so definitely can't complain about that. It's comfortable in the hand, and it's placed just where it kind of disappears behind the knuckles, so you're not really feeling it. There is a decent amount of jimping here along the spine of the knife, probably about 1.5 inches or so. It's subtle, but enough that it is gripping on your thumb. I forget which knife it was that I reviewed recently, but it had some really subtle jimping where everything was so close together that you didn't really feel it. It wasn't contributing anything, but that's not the case here. You can definitely feel the grippiness of the jimping on this one. You also get 4 small jumps on the flipper tab. Nothing major, but a nice kind of touch there. Adds a little bit of grippiness to that flipper tab. And the detent on this is really good. It feels just about perfect. Obviously it has to be fully locked, but it feels just about perfect. And you can also, of course, because it is a button lock, deploy it by pushing that button and swinging it open. And again, just a really solid whack at the end. It weighs in at 3.3 ounces, so not too light, not too heavy, kind of middle of the road there. But I do like a little bit of the extra weight for that. It just kind of feels really satisfying and solid. And so don't mind that little bit of extra weight. It's not the most lightweight knife, but again, I think it adds to the feel of the knife, so don't mind that at all. And then here in the back spacer, you have a nice little lanyard hole if you like using lanyards on your knives, and a lot of access kind of perfectly placed there. So overall, just a super solid knife. Again, the only complaint I have is on this micarta just discoloring so quickly. I may try and dye it a darker color just to kind of avoid that, but haven't decided yet. I may just see how it ages. Maybe eventually it'll all even out and it'll look nice. But that's really my only complaint on this knife. For $69, I don't know of a better button lock, and I've done some other button locks in the similar price range on the channel, but this is definitely the best example, sub $100 that I've come across so far. It's very similar to me to the ProTech Malibu, which is significantly more expensive, and of course ProTech is known for their button locks, so really great job by Kizer on this button lock. So hope we'll see some more button locks from Kizer. I think they actually have a couple more out already, and so may check those out down the line. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And as always, hope you have a great one. Take care.